The Pavement Management System is actually a front-end program for the Daily Crew worksheet. While the Daily Crew worksheet tracks work that has been done on your roads, the Pavement Management System tracks the work that needs to be done on your roads. In Pavement Management, you can enter road inspections and work orders. You can also do project estimating. For Ohio offices, you have the ability to print the Force Account Project Assessment Form. Labor, equipment, and material databases are shared with Daily Crew Worksheet. If you are using this system, startup time for Pavement Management will be minimal. A Quick Start menu will be displayed when you start the program. The Quick Start menu contains most of the options required for running the program. Select System Variables form from the Quick Start menu, or you can also select the System Variables form from the System menu. The System Variables form stores the name of the data folder containing the data files used by the system and other options for the program. The data location can be changed by clicking on the Select Directory button. The Select Directory button will allow you to navigate on your system to the folder containing the data files. Select your preference for the other choices available on the form and press Confirm to save your responses. The Data Entry drop-down menu allows access to all data files used by the system. Road inspections and work orders can be entered using the Road Inspection Work Order form. This form begins with a list of the road sections. Inspections can be entered quickly from this view, and a work order can be assigned to any road section displayed. Work orders can be accessed directly from the Work Order form. The work order record contains type and priority fields. A list of valid types and priorities can be established by using the work order type table file and the work order priority table file forms. The Road Master file is used by most of the public government software systems. This file contains a record for each road section in your jurisdiction. The Road Class table file and Road Surface type table file forms are used for creating valid lists of classes and surface types. These fields are maintained in the Road Master file. A list of townships is maintained in the Township Master file. The Work Code table file contains a list of work activities. The cost table file can be used for storing material and equipment costs. If you are currently using the fleet maintenance system, you may already have your equipment stored in the vehicle master file and your materials stored in the inventory master file. The cost table file exists for those not using fleet maintenance. Employee rates are maintained in the employee rates file. Now let's take a look at the road inspection work order form. If you select Form 1, the Road Inspection/Work Order form, this screen will be displayed with your Road Master file records. You may choose to sort the records by road name, route, or road section. Simply click on the appropriate button at the top of the form. The order and width of the fields displayed on this page can be changed. To move a field, click on the title at the top of the column and drag to the desired location. To resize a field, click on the line between the field on the title bar and drag. On this form, you can update your Road Master file with road inspection information. You'll probably want to have your inspection date, inspector, condition, next inspection date, and priority fields at the beginning of the screen. A right mouse click from this screen will display a pop-up menu that will allow you to add, duplicate, or delete road section records. You can also add work orders or edit work orders. On this screen, I've updated the inspection information for the road section records for Route 2. Now I'm going to add a work order for road section 002C. While my cursor is sitting on that record, I'm going to choose Add Work Order from the pop-up menu. This is the work order form with the road section information displayed at the bottom of the page. There are 4 pages on the work order form: the work order, estimate detail, overhead costs, and pictures pages. In this example, I've assigned the next work order number by pressing the F10 key while my cursor was in the work order field. I've entered a project description and selected the work code from the work code table file. Since I'm using the numeric portion of the work code, I pressed the F10 key while my cursor was in the second part of the work code field. I've entered a proposed start and end date and some comments regarding the project. The total estimate will be calculated after I enter my estimate detail. And when the project is completed, I'll put the completion date in the date completed field. Click on the Estimate Detail tab to display the Estimate Detail page of the work order. Right mouse click will display the pop-up menu that will allow you to add your first record. After the first record is added, down arrow from the last record will display the pop-up menu. Then you can simply press Enter to add a new record. On this page, you will enter the labor, equipment, and materials required for completing the project. You can press F10 while your cursor is in the Employee field to select records from your Employee Rates file. Enter the number of hours required in the Employee Hours field. The rate will be retrieved from the Employee Rates file. The work code will default to the work code you entered on the work order page. If the project requires multiple work codes, you can change it on the detail page. Again, the work code consists of two fields. In this example, I am using the numeric portion of the work code only. The column OP Code 2 represents the numeric portion of the work code. I have moved the character portion of the work code to the end of the list. The character portion of the work code is OP Code 1. The columns on this page of the work order can also be resized and moved. The work code can be selected from the work code table file by pressing F10 while your cursor is in the work code field. Enter or select the equipment required for the project by pressing F10 while your cursor is in the equipment field. Enter the number of hours required for the equipment, and the equipment cost will be retrieved from the appropriate file. Enter or select the material required for the project by pressing F10 while your cursor is in the material field. Enter the quantity of the material required, and the material cost will be retrieved from the appropriate file. Create as many labor, equipment, and material records as needed to complete the project. As you enter records, the labor, material, equipment, and total costs will be updated on the bottom of the page. Click on the Overhead Costs tab to view the overhead costs that will be added to the estimate. The default percentages you entered on the System Variables form will be used for these calculations. The percentages can be changed on this page. In this example, we are adding 30% to the base wages to get the benefited wages. We are adding 38% to the benefited wages to be considered overhead. 15% is added to the material cost for overhead. Up to 4 pictures and their captions can be viewed by clicking on the Pictures tab. You may have pictures from different stages of the project. The picture displayed on the Pictures page can be selected from your hard drive by clicking on the Select Picture File button. Navigate to the correct file and double-click on the file or click the OK button. The picture will be displayed on the Pictures page. The location and name of the file will be stored in the current record. Now, if we click back on the Work Order tab, we can see the total estimate for the project and the total cost of labor, material, and equipment. Right mouse click from the Work Order page will display a pop-up menu that will allow you to create a duplicate project without the estimate detail, to create a duplicate project with the estimate detail, or make a global change on the estimate. If you select Make a Global Change on the Estimate from the pop-up menu, this screen will be displayed. On this screen, you can change the value of any work code, employee, equipment, or material from one value to another. On this sample, I'm going to change the work code 125 to the work code 130 for all records on the estimate detail. After clicking Save on the work order form, you will be returned to your list of road sections. Here you may continue entering inspection information, or you can enter another work order. When you are finished, click the Close Screen button at the bottom of the form. Form 2, the work order form, is just another way to enter work orders. This form will take you directly to the work order form rather than through the list of road sections. Report selections will be displayed if you select File, Print Reports, or select Reports from the top menu. Let's take a look at the work order reports. When you select Work Order Reports, the Work Order Report Selection screen will be displayed. The selection screen contains two pages, the Work Order Values page and the Work Location Values page. Enter the from and to values for the fields on the work order. In this sample, I have chosen to include start dates from 10/1/07 to 10/30/07. I'm going to sort the report by road name and subtotal on work code. I'll choose to print the generic project assessment form. I'll leave all the other selection values the default values. The default values will include all values of the field. On this page, the F10 key can be used in the work code, work order number, employee, equipment, material, and estimate number fields. If you choose yes to sort and subtotal on township, the primary sort on the report will be township. I'll leave it at no for this report. The Work Location Values tab displays all of the fields that pertain to the location of the work order. You can select the township ID, road name, route, and road section by using the F10 pop-up key. I'll click on the Screen button and send the report to the screen. This is a sample of a screen report. A toolbar will be displayed that will allow you to go to the top or the bottom or the next or the previous page. You may also choose to display 1, 2, or 4 pages at a time. Select a larger or smaller percentage to increase the size of the print or decrease the size of the print. You may also choose to send the report to the printer by clicking the picture of the printer. If you do not see the toolbar on your screen report, right mouse click to display a pop-up menu and left click on Toolbar. Listings of all files used by the system can be printed from the Reports menu. The last report option is the Work Order Status Reports. These reports will tie together all information for a project using the work order number. Actual costs come from the Daily Crew Worksheet system, payments to vendors and receipts are retrieved from the Government Accounting System, and invoiced and payment amounts are retrieved from the Accounts Receivable system. Enter a range of transaction dates and work order numbers to be included on the report and choose one of the available report formats. This is an example of the Work Order Status Condensed Detail Report. The System menu contains the standard options found in all SOFTWORKS applications. SOFTWORKS has been working with county engineers, highway departments, and other government offices since 1984. This program is a product of the ideas and suggestions of many of our valued customers.